Yo, 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 yo. Hey, make a song out of it. Nah, man, trying to be in a festive mood this evening. Look, I'm Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit, by the way. Man, look, I'm not trying to be anybody's asshole or anything when I tell y'all this. So I've explained this before, but I want to explain this again because I had a deep conversation, very deep. I'm taking pre-workout, but y'all know, like some of y'all call me when y'all can get in touch with me, and y'all complain about some of my friends, like hell, I just said, some people like Pratt's and some people like Oscar and other people, right? Remember, like, they never called back. I emailed him. Who was another one? Marco. Hey, call Marco for me. He don't never call nobody back. Call Oscar for me. He don't never call nobody back. Look, I'm gonna explain something to y'all. These are men, and I'm in a very similar position to them, and probably worse because of my other issues and shit like that. But these are men, right? They're not companies. They actually, believe it or not, Pratt's has a whole company that he deals with. Marcos Suarez has a whole company that he ever had before Bullies, that he has a business. He has family to take care of. So does Pratt's. Pratt's has, a beautiful family, to take care of. Oscar, plenty of kids, beautiful family he has to take care of. He has his business. He has multiple businesses. He has a lot going on. And then you look at these men, right? And look at their pages. When Marco posts something, immediately 1,000 likes. That's just posting, but immediately he gets 1,000 likes here, 1,000 likes there, 500 here. Oscar posts something, thousands of people are on his pages. You go to their pages, it's tens of thousands of people looking at these men and trying to do things, like I say, similar to myself. Whereas, it's a lot of traffic. They're not companies. So don't be offended and take things personally if you can't get in touch with these guys. You know what I mean? Don't be offended. I've been in their shoes, and this is why I'm actually going to do something that they don't even want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and finally be able to afford to put in place a personal assistant. And the reason why you just have to do it is because it's overwhelming. This is the thing. This is like, typically this is what it is for me. First of all, I never disclose all of my business, but I'll disclose this part. I take down days, and it's because I run myself ragged. I'm like, now it's 11 something at night. I've been up since 6 a.m. I'm about to go in here and work out for 2 hours, and then I go home and I still got to feed the dogs again, do some stuff. So I probably won't get to bed till 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'll probably be right back up in 4 hours. So I run myself ragged, and that's just something I do, and I haven't found a good way to sleep all the time. So sometimes mandatory per my doctor is I literally will be in bed for 3 or 4 days and not doing much of anything, just resting and forcing myself to just be in the bed and, taking melatonin and some CBDs and getting some rest. Because if I get on my feet and I get going, I'm not. So I take downtime where I'm not answering the phone. And when I am up and I try to catch up on things, basically what'll happen is, y'all know, once y'all get me on the phone, I don't rush you off the phone. So I talk to 1 or 2 people here or there. You'll have those other people who are offended or whatever. They're going to call your phone 8, 9 times a day. Oh, he didn't answer my call. They're going to call it. And then when you get, say for instance, 10 of those people that do this, you'll have 80 calls in a day from a small group of people. Then you have your normal calls that come in. So now you're up to probably like 140 calls in a day because people are inquiring about dogs and merchandise and this and that and the other. Then the other businesses, then you got family and this and that and the other. You're only one person. So you try to get to as much as you can, but sometimes the other people just are so offended, you know what I mean? That, hey, this is me calling. You got to answer my calls today. We've had a family thing going on where someone in the family is actually in the hospital. So I've missed calls for the last few days for sure. So I've got a lot of angry people probably at my line just blowing it up, not to mention the people who I haven't called that I should have called, you know? And so explaining this as simple as I can, be patient and don't take shit personal. You know what I mean? I'll say this in closing. I'm starting a leg sleeve, you know, and my tattoo artist, she said the same thing. She's a very, very popular tattoo artist. And I messaged her. She didn't get back to me for a month. A month later, I messaged her and I said, just bumping it back to the top, you know, get with me when you can. You know, it took 7 months before we finally got linked up. But seeing how her stuff was on Instagram and seeing that every time she posts a portrait that she does, it's literally like 1,800 people immediately clicking on her shit and all these messages and please get me in, please get me in. I didn't feel that my one phone call or message was going to be a priority, even after I had put in a deposit. I'm just like, I know if I want this quality, if I want this work, it's going to take, you know, whatever. You know, I got my first part of it done. You know, this is a portrait of Muhammad Ali. It was worth the wait. It was worth the patience. And literally while I'm laying on the table and she's getting started, she just tells me, she's like, I thank you so much. And I'm even going, you know, she even hooked me up on, you know, on some other shit because I was patient. She was like, people call me and cuss me out and treat me, you know, fucked up. And she's like, I'm only one person and I'm getting all these messages and I appreciate the blessing, but I'm only one person. I can't keep up, you know. And that's the way some of those breeders are. You know, some of those breeders, they have lives. They just can't keep up with all these messages. It's a blessing for people to appreciate your work. It's a blessing for people to love for what you do and everything like that. But sometimes it's going to be a hard sort of motion to get all of this to work and to get what you right away. So sometimes it's a patience game. You don't have to blow anybody's phone up like crazy. You don't have to do all those things. Just be a little bit patient. I'm the worst out of everybody at getting back with people. So I can speak for it. I'm trying to work on it, trying to message people when I can and do this and do that, and actually clearing some space where it'll be more like business hours. But it's a process, you know. Most of these dog breeders are actually hobby breeders that happen to be really good at it. Some of those other guys, they wake up in the morning and they have the ability, because this is their profession, they sit down at a table and they're answering calls, emailing people, and even those guys are hard to get in touch with. You know, I hear about it. I hear about how y'all complain about even the, you know, the puppy peddlers. So try to be patient and please don't take it personal. You know, maybe take the method of bumping it up like, hey, I know you're busy, hit me when you can, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, those guys, I know Oscar personally, I know Prats personally, you know, I know a lot of these, Marco personally, going back years. So these are good brothers, and not just those three, but those are three that I have gotten calls about. Not just those, they good brothers, but they got other things going on, and they got a whole lot of people trying to get at them. And sometimes it's nothing personal, it's just a bit much. But I hope y'all can take that and roll with it, man, and find some peace and just be patient and keep doing your thing, man. Much love. Peace.